Welcome back to more Sip2Tally, and on today's countdown, we're at team number 14. But today's a little special. We're at team number 14. Today is July the 14th, and July 14th is a little special day for me and the missus. It's our anniversary, as you can see. Ding. But before we get into the 14th team on our countdown, let's recap teams 32 through 15. Team number 32, the Rams, Los Angeles Rams. Team number 31, Detroit Lions. Team number 30, Arizona Cardinals. Team number 29, Washington Commanders. Team 28, Carolina Panthers. Team 27, Indianapolis Colts. Team 26, New England Patriots. Team 25, Las Vegas Raiders. Team 24, New York Giants. Team 23, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Team 22, Houston Texans. Team 21, Jacksonville Jaguars. Team 20, Denver Broncos. Team 19, Tennessee Titans. Team 18, Green Bay Packers. Team 17, Minnesota Vikings. Team 16, Pittsburgh Steelers. Team 15, Atlanta Falcons. And your 14th team on the More Sip2Tally countdown is the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's get into the LAC, Los Angeles Chargers, the other Los Angeles team, and see what they have to offer at team number 14 for the More Sip2Tally countdown. Let's start with the quarterback room. Quarterback room, they have Justin Herbert. I have the quarterback room ranked. Let me get this where I can see it. Number 7. Have the quarterback room ranked 7th. In their quarterback room, they have Justin Herbert as the main guy. Behind Herbert, as I'm still working my screens here. Behind Herbert, they have Easton Stick and Max Duggan. Max Duggan is the rookie from TCU. But Herbert is one of the most controversial QBs in the NFL. He gets a lot of praise from different outlets and publications and stations as being one of the better QBs in the NFL, but he don't really have the signature wins to do that. He has numbers. He definitely has numbers, but he don't really have like playoff wins or like I said, signature wins to do that. But he definitely has numbers to back up the fact that he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He has a lively arm, can run when needed, and make some big throws. Now, I will say the fact that he has a decent 1-2 combo at the receiver position that helps when healthy. But I have that quarterback room ranked 7th, if I have not said it so far. Justin Herbert led quarterback room ranked 7th. If something were to happen to Justin Herbert, would they go to Easton Stick? Not sure. But I'm sure Max Duggan would be in play if something happened to Justin Herbert. Going to the running back room, they have Austin Ekeler, who's a fantasy stud. Joshua Kelly, Isaiah Spiller, and Larry Roundtree III. Austin Ekeler can get you a bunch of numbers in fantasy as far as rushing and receiving, but he has one fatal flaw. Austin Ekeler will lay the church's money down. He will fumble the ball. That is something that you do not do as a running back. He will get you a boatload of numbers, but he will drop the rock. I have their running back room ranked 14th because that's something as a running back you cannot do consistently and be an upper echelon back. Now, like the quarterback, Austin Ekeler will get you numbers, but he'll lay that rock down. He would give it up. So I have their running back room ranked 14th. Wide receivers. Mike Williams, Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen. Quentin Johnson is the rookie from TCU. So they have, I just realized they got Quentin Johnson and Max Duggan. They got the quarterback combo from TCU who played in the college playoff last year. Quentin is probably going to go in and I want to say they got him this as a starter, but he's probably not going to start because Keenan can go play the slot. Keenan can start if they're in a 2-receiver set. Keenan can start as a receiver, and then if they go to 3 receivers, he can be the slot guy. So Quentin will probably start for them. But again, Quentin is rookie, so and again, there's really only one rookie that I'm going to give some praise to, and I've already given that praise to, and that was Bijan. But their wide receiver room, because they should be ranked higher, but there's health issues with, and this last year was probably the first year Mike Williams really stayed healthy. But Keenan was in and out of the lineup. So for that matter, because they're good, but health is an issue. I got them 12th. And that's not a bad rating for their wide receiver room, because Keenan and Mike is a good combination. They're older. Adding Quentin to that room is going to help. And they have some smaller, quicker guys, that can kind of come in and be like change up. But we'll see. But I got their wide receiver room ranked 12th. Moving over to the tight end room. Gerald Everett, okay tight end, but an older guy. Parham's an older guy. I like Trey McKitty. I like him. They got him listed as a 3rd tight end. I would have thought he would have blossomed more by now, but he's just starting to be just a guy. So that tight end room I have ranked 21st. I was really high on Trey coming out of college, but he just has not developed into what I thought it would be. Gerald Everett shows flashes of what he used to be. So Gerald is solid, but it's pretty much him and 3 other guys in that room. And Gerald's an older guy. Let me see how old Gerald is. Give me a second. I'm on defense. Let me go back to offense. 28. So, he's not old, but he's an older guy. He's getting to the that 30 number. Last year he had 58 catches for 555 yards. It's not bad. I talked about the fantasy numbers for Ekeler. Ekeler had 107 catches. 107 catches for 721 yards. He also had 915 yards rushing. So when I mentioned the fantasy numbers for Ekeler, that's, if you're in I think it's a PPR league, Ekeler can get you some numbers. But again, he'll lay that thing down. He will lay it down. But back to tight ends. They got the tight end room ranked 21st. All right, their O-line. In their O-line room, they have Rashawn Slater, who legit, straight, for real. Zion Johnson, who I like. Corey Lindsey, who's solid. Salyer, who came out of Georgia, who's legit. And Trey Pipkins. And they got just a solid O-line. Not bad. It's a good 5. It's a good 5 that can do some things. Does a good job of keeping Herbert upright. Good job of creating holes for Ekeler. I got that O-line ranked 12th. So that's a solid O-line led by Rashawn Slater. Now let's slide on over to the defensive side of the ball. Now, this is about to be probably one of the most controversial selections in the most of the tally countdown. Their defensive line. They're a base 3-4 team, so they're front 5. Let's talk about their front 5. Defensive end, Morgan Fox. Nose tackle, Austin Johnson. The other defensive end, Sebastian Joseph Day. At one stand-up defensive end, they have Khalil Mack. The other stand-up defensive end, they have Joey Bosa. 2 big-time names, Mack and Bosa. So, you thinking top 10 maybe, at least top 15. No. I have this group ranked 31st, next to last, for one simple reason. Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa cannot stay healthy. Cannot. Those 3 guys in the middle are not very good. And then Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa can't stay healthy. That's why I have them ranked 31st. If those 2 guys stay healthy and could give you 15 games a season, they'd be a lot higher. But those 2 guys cannot stay healthy. And Khalil Mack's first time staying healthy was last year. And let me give you his numbers. Khalil Mack played all 17 games last year. Gave you, where's sacks at? Hold on, let me find it. Khalil Mack gave you 8 sacks, which is average for him. That's below average for him. Joey Bosa. Let me get the Bosas. Where Bosa at? 2.5. 2.5. So with those 2 big time names, you got 10 sacks out of them 2. And the guys in the middle that are not very good, you got 2 sacks out of Sebastian Day. 31st. Now if they stay healthy, and again, Khalil Mack played all 17 games for the first time in a long time. Gave you 8 sacks. But for him, we've known Khalil to be a 15 approaching 20 sack dude. .31st. And I know people gonna be like, you're wrong, and that's the way I feel. They're 31st to me because of health. And I know it's contradictory because Khalil was healthy this year. Normally he's not. So we'll take it. Let's move on to linebackers. In their linebacker room, they have Kenneth Murray and Eric Kendricks. Kendricks came from Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. Kenneth Murray has not been good in his tenure with the Chargers. Not been good. Hopefully Kendricks can unlock him and bring it out of him, but Kenneth Murray has not been good, like for real. And for that matter, I have them ranked 21st. Hopefully Kendricks can unlock him and bring it out of him, because this is, if I'm not mistaken, his 5th year. So I don't think they picked up his option either. I have the linebacker room right, and I like Kendricks. Kendricks was good. I think Kendricks is like 27, maybe something like that. Kendricks 31. So he's headed on that down slope. He had 87 solos last year, 137 total tackles with Minnesota. So if Kendricks can unlock Murray, they should be a formidable duo. But right now I have them ranked 21st on the strength that Kenneth Murray has. I don't want to give him the B word, but he has not been very good. All right, let's move over to the cornerback room. Now, cornerbacks for the Chargers should be a strong suit. The veteran who you think would be like the leader in the room has not. He's been hurt. The young buck has been the star. That's why I have him up there. Asante Samuel has been the star of this room. Like the playoff game that they lost to, I think, Jacksonville, Asante had 3 picks. He is a certified dog. But in order for their ranking to be higher, J.C. Jackson needs to stay healthy. I have him ranked 15th. If you get a healthy J.C. Jackson and produce the way that we know he can, because J.C. Jackson's a player now. Don't get me wrong, he's a player, but he needs to stay healthy. I think he only played 5 games last year. Let me check it out. And even on this sheet I'm looking at now, it has an O beside his name, like he's out. And it's not even, it's the off season. And he got an injury thing beside his name. He played, he only had 15 tackles. So I think he played 5 games. Let me see. Let me hit see all. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Play 4 games. Got to stay healthy, man. But that other cat, Asante Samuel, I expect big things out of him this year. I expect big things, especially if J.C. Jackson healthy and you can't just throw away from Asante. I expect big things out of him. So I got that cornerback room ranked 15. Then you go to the safety room with the Derwin Jackson, potentially the best safety in the league, potentially. And I told this story a number of times on the other channel, so I'm gonna tell it here. I went to when I first moved to Tallahassee, I went to a Florida State practice, and they were doing one-on-ones or whatever. And this kid, he jumped out there and he went with the running backs. Then he went with the receivers, and he went with a couple tight ends. And I don't mean like he'd go, then a couple other people go, then he jump back up there. I mean back to back to back. And like I guess they had pissed him off, and he was calling people out, and they would go, and he didn't lose a rep. And at the time, I didn't know who it was, but I was like, man, this dude awesome. And come to find out, it was Derwin James. He was covering backs. He covered receivers. He covered tight ends. And again, somebody must have pissed him off, and he went like 6 or 7 straight times against different position groups and was locking them down. Nobody caught a pass on him that day I was out there. So, and I've noticed his greatness since then. And I'm not a Florida State guy. I like Miami. So, but Derwin James is that guy. And paired him with Aloha Gilman, who's okay, but I have their safety room ranked 9th, just on the strength that I think Derwin James is probably one of the best athletes in the NFL, on top of being one of the better safeties. But average all that together, and they come out to be a 15.77778, which makes them the 14th ranked team on the more Sip2Tally power rankings. And what I'll do now is I'll give you all the numbers again. Let them scroll on the screen so you can pause them when you need to, and you can make your comments, whether I'm too high, too low, because I know you're going to comment on the D-line position group. I already know. And rightfully so, because you should have opinions on it, because some of them are, they tend to go overboard because of I am who I am. But with that D-line position, I just think that health is an issue with them, because mainly Bosa. Baby Bosa's an animal, but Big Brother Bosa, he just can't stay healthy. He just can't stay healthy. And so let's run through them real quick, and I'll put them on the screen. Quarterback room, 7th. Running back room, 14th. Wide receivers, 12th. Tight ends, 21st. O-line, 12th. D-line edge, 31st. Linebackers, 21st. Cornerbacks, 15th. Safeties, 9th. For a total of 15.77778, which makes them the 14th ranked team on our more Sip2Tally countdowns. Today is July 14th. Happy anniversary to my baby. I appreciate you. Thank you for 7 glorious years. I love you very much. Peace.